What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the stream, and today is a big day as we are going to finally be witnessing the debut of Colson Montgomery, our number one prospect from the beginning of this series. I can take a look at some of his AAA numbers. He struggled a little bit throughout the first part of the season, but started to pick it up in recent weeks. And yeah, he looks like he is ready to go for the majors. You take a look at some of his attributes right here. Love what he can do against righties. Like to see a little bit more boost against lefties in the coming months and years, but I'm pretty excited for this kid. We are going to be plugging him at shortstop immediately, batting in the 9 hole. And so without further ado, let's get on the roll. All right, so you see we're up here 4-2 here in the top half of the second. Going to be facing Jackson Jobe, who is actually also making his major league debut. And first pitch swinging here. Fastball off the plate, good contact, but that is going to be a lazy flyout. And the first AB of Colson Montgomery's career is going to be a flyout, but that's okay. Let's get back to the dish for AB number 2 against Jackson Jobe. Score still hanging out at 4-2, this time in the top of the 4th inning. Got a runner on first base here with 2 outs. Let's see if we can drive him in. All right, fastball up in the outside corner. Let's look for that. Ooh, okay, just laid on it. Okay. All right. Good opportunity to get our first hit. Maybe we can put one in the gap. Maybe we can drive in a runner. Okay. Probably a good pitch to hit. I don't know why I laid off of that one, but all right, 0-2 count. Got to be a good hitter. Stay alive here. And all right, good take. Good take. Ball up. 1-2 count. Got some good vision and discipline, so that should help us in the long run. And that's low. Okay, 2-2 count now. We're battling back. Got ourselves back even. Good opportunity to put a ball in play here. All right, fastball again. Okay, change up off the plate, but ball 3. All right. All right, walk is a hit here. Walk is a hit. And boom. Oh, he hung that one, man. I got to do something better with that. Oh, give me another one like that. Come on. All right, perfect. Let's go. Ripping a single into right field for the first major league hit of Colson Montgomery's career. Keep that baseball, young buck. It is a proud moment for you and the future of the Chicago White Sox. It's looking pretty bright, ladies and gentlemen. It's looking pretty bright. All right, after that AB, we are going to get ourselves a defensive opportunity, this time in the bottom of the 4th. A little surprised it took this long to get some action at shortstop, but okay, simple ground ball, just a little bit to our right. We are going to fire over to first base, nice and easy, and that is out number 3. So simple defensive play there, not too bad. Let's get back on the sticks. All right, we're going to get another at-bat here in the top of the 6th. Score is now 5-3. We have another 2-out AB with a runner on first base. This time we're going lefty on lefty action. Okay, Joey Wentz. A little tougher for us. Oh, just late on that pitch. Good location to do something with. All right, just got to try to speed it up a little bit. All right, down there. All right, cool. All right, 1-1 count. Try to get something up in the zone if I can. Grip and rip, kid. Grip and rip. And all right, down there, leave it. Looking up at the zone, we don't want to chase anything down low up there. Let's try to get a gapper or something. 2-1 count, good hitters count. And boom, all right. That's in a gap. Let's go, get two. Is that going to be able to score the guy from first base? Oh, they're going to send him. First career RBI incoming. And he's safe. And that's our first career RBI with Colson Montgomery, our first career extra base hit against a lefty as well. Going with the fastball on the outside half, just staying with it, not trying to do too much. That's a hell of a piece of hitting. Good job. Great job by Colson there. All right, going to be back at shortstop here. Jace Jung at the plates. Quinn Priester on the mound. And let's see what we can do. Tough play here, simple play. All right, looking like another routine play. Moving to our left a little bit. And setting up the fire. And that is going to be dead center for out number 2. A couple of simple defensive plays for the kid. Definitely got a lot to do to develop as a defensive player, but not too bad skills. We've been trying to work on that glove, and now here we are in the top half of the 8th, and oh my God, we're down 10-6. How did that happen? How did that happen? We'll have to check out the box score at the end of this one because our pitching staff has not done well at all, but Here we go. We got a 1-out count, 2 outs, runner on first again. And all right, ball. So 2-0 count facing Joey Wentz for a second time in this one. Can we get another rip and drive in a run from first? Oh, just out in front of that cutter. It was right down the middle. How do I miss that? Oh, I don't know if I'm going to get as good of a pitch in this at bat after that one. All right, off the plate. 3-1 count now. All right, grip or rip, kid. Grip and rip. Our pitch. Let it loose. Oh! That one wasn't quite dead center as I'd hoped. Just a little bit early on that one, too. All right, 3-2 count here. Base runner's going to be on the move. Gapper should score him. Oh! Almost won around, but he didn't. Able to earn his second walk of the game, but not going to matter as we are going to unfortunately fall 10-8. But hey, that's a hell of a debut for Colson Montgomery. He finished with a pretty nice line. 2 for 3, picked up a double, got his first career RBI, so pretty pleased with the kid. Good debut. All right, let's go wrap up the season.
All right, we are at the end of the AA season. Neither one of our affiliates, AA or AAA, will be making the playoffs, so we're just going to recap how some of the guys did. Leotis DeVries, who we acquired in that big blockbuster trade at the deadline, actually lost potential. I don't know, it seems a little strict for a 19-year-old who, wasn't terrible, with a 675 OPS in AA. I don't know. Sometimes the game's just a little bit weird with how they do this, but he only lost one potential, so not terribly concerned about him. He's only going to be 20 next year, already a 66 overall. I'm still feeling good about him. Ryan Burroughs was the guy we mentioned at the midseason episode. Really liked the slash line and what he was able to do there. Douglas White, one of our draft picks from last year, really some big gains against left-handed pitching, although he struggled mightily against right-handed pitching. You see the final slash line there, but a guy I think could turn into a platoon outfielder or fourth outfielder, so not too upset about that. And then Ty Pete, as we mentioned in the last episode, he's going to need to really pick it up in the contact department. You see the average down there. The slugging was okay, but not great. Really going to have to try to get some gains to those contact numbers if he's going to try to be, deliver on his top prospect status. But again, 19 years old, not going to fret it yet. Checking out the pitchers, there's not much here in AA. Doug Gonzalez, one of our draft picks from last year. He had an okay season. The whip's pretty high because you see all of the hits that he was giving up. That's due to his hits per nine number just being so low. Really going to need him to start getting those numbers up if he wants to try to crack through into the majors. But at only 18 years old, not a terrible first taste of professional ball. And then the only other guy to talk about is this B potential reliever we have down here. Decent season. Whip could be a little bit better, but the ERA is pretty good. The strikeouts are really good. Probably going to have to push him into AAA next year because he's already going to be 23 years old. So it's going to be probably turn into sink or swim time for him. Now here at the end of the AAA season, our first round draft pick from last year, Barry Ryan, had a decent first taste of professional ball. I can accept that slash line. Already a 72 overall. I think he only gained 2 overall this season, mostly because he wasn't able to add too much to his contact left or power right. Did develop his defense a little bit, got the +4 in the fielding, so that'll be helpful. Taking a look at Gerald Quintero, one of the guys we acquired at the deadline last year. Doesn't look like he's going to be anything too crazy, but, we'll keep monitoring him. Brooks Baldwin was a guy I thought had a pretty good season for us, although he's only a 72 potential and already 24 years old, so probably not going to turn into much. Let's see, what else do we want to take a look at here? Pablo Aliendo, who we acquired at the deadline. Good slugging percentage, but the average could be a lot better. Still, just a depth catcher for the most part. We did send Leover Peguero down because he had struggled so much in the majors, but he seemingly got his swing back down in AAA. So that'll be interesting to see what he's able to deliver to us next season when given a chance to play in the majors again. Really happy he did not have those +4 and +3 gains to his contact before we sent him down. So seemingly was the right decision to send him down. And then the last guy for the hitters I want to talk about is Samuel Zavala. I thought he had an excellent season. Check out the contact numbers, really flying up the board. The vision got a +5. And overall, 278, 344, 42. I will take every single time. Great season from him. Pitching rotation, Dylan Lesko was disappointing. 6.02 ERA and a 1.60 whip. Whew. But again, only 49 and a third innings pitched. I don't know if they had him in AA or something, or if he was hurt or something. But yeah, not a great year from him, but he did get some pretty insane growth to his per 9 number, so I'll take that. Other pitchers here to mention, Noah Schultz actually settled in near the tail end of the season. ERA-wise, the whip's still way too high. Looks like he's walking way too many hitters, and oddly enough, too many hits. So the development's okay, but I'm starting to get a little bit worried about him. He's already going to be 22 next year, so we'll have to keep a close eye on him. Seth Keener, our breakout pitcher from last season, threw 100 innings in relief, so he got a ton of work. Still barely grew any overall, though. Only sitting at a 67 overall, going to be 24 next year. An intriguing guy. I just wish his development would be quicker. And then nobody really else to mention in this bullpen, and maybe just Juan Nunez because he was a guy we acquired at the deadline last year. Not too bad, but again, kind of overshadowed by some of the other guys that were in AAA's bullpen for most of the season and eventually cracked into the majors. And now let's check in on the Major League team as they're about to wrap up the season. We are sitting at 80 and 77. We have been playing pretty much 500 baseball since we traded away everybody. I'm kind of shocked, I got to be honest with you. Taking a look at the American League Central, we are only sitting 5.5 games out, but our elimination number is 1. Unlikely to catch the Twins there, but we're only 2.5 games out of the third wild card spot. Now, granted, there are 3 teams ahead of us, but hey, we're still in the thick of things, baby, so let's see how we can do down the stretch. We got a 2-game series here against the Cubs. Could be critical. Let's see. Game 1's a victory. Awesome. Drew Thorpe going for the game 2. Oh, we split the series. That is unfortunate. Going into the final series, we are going to be taking on Texas. Where are we sitting? We have been eliminated from the American League Central, which is no surprise. And we are down to an elimination number of 1 in the American League wild card. Disappointing. Doesn't look like we're going to make the playoffs. Let's take a look here. Kobe Allard trying to keep the season alive, and that is going to be a loss, and that is going to be an official elimination for the Chicago White Sox. But hey, I'm just surprised we were even in this thing to begin with. The fact that we were above 500 at midseason, the fact that we hung on to 500 after we made all those blockbuster fire sale trades is definitely a testament to the resiliency of our boys. And wow, I think a good sign for our future. So let's finish up in these last 2 games. BJ Murray, he got hurt. Okay, and then 1 final start from Tony Gonsolin, and that is it. So we finished the season 83 and 79. 512 winning percentage. Can y'all believe that? I can't. I did not think we stood any kind of chance to finish the year above 500. And we did that and kept the playoffs alive until the final week of the season. That's crazy, guys. All right, let's check out how some of the guys did. Colton Cowser, up and down year when he was in the lineup. The on-base percentage kind of slipped to where a point I didn't love it, but hey, the slugging percentage is great. He had some good growth overall. Pretty happy with him. Jackson Merrill kind of slipped, probably pushed him a little too aggressively, putting him in the number 2 hole, but we didn't really have anybody else to fill that role. Still pretty solid. I think he stayed on about par. Love how the power numbers kind of came about. Jose Rodriguez, I think I'm going to give a potential bump to. This guy had another really strong year. Doesn't walk much and doesn't play great defense, but man, he can just hit. I love that. Jake Berger was exactly what we needed in the middle of our order. I picked him up to kind of stabilize us, which he did, and I just noticed he's an 81 freaking overall. He overshot his potential by 2. Wow. And because he's up there, I am going to give him at least a 1 potential bump, if not 2. Because it's hard to overshoot your potential in this game by 1, let alone 2. Wow, impressive. Andrew Vaughn, he was terrible. He's going to be non-tendered going into the offseason. I don't know what it is. His numbers look decent for hitting, but he's just not delivered. Maybe he just needs a change of scenery, but he's gone after this season. Spencer Jones was pretty good. I love that slash line in 200 ABs, so that was a nice pickup for us. Campusano was decent. I'd like to see him take some more walks, but again, he's more of a transitional catcher for us until Edgar Cuero is ready to go. Dominic Fletcher, I have to make a decision if I want to non-tender him or bring him back, but he's only going to be a 4th outfielder. He can't be a starter long-term, as this season demonstrated. Colson Montgomery, I am extremely proud of. This guy was kind of scaring me most of the way through the season, but picked it up in the minors, and then, wow, not bad for 79 ABs in the majors. Not bad at all. What was his final strikeout rate as well? 25.8%. Okay, not outstanding, but not terrible. 10.1 walk percentage is pretty good as well, and a 1.1 WAR in a month of baseball. Not bad, kid. Not bad. Geraldo Perdomo, he did have that slugging over 300 at one point. Not that that's good at all. I might knock down his potential by 2 or 3 because this is a really bad year. Very disappointed in how he played. Probably a dud of the year guy, I would say. Adam Hackenberg was a solid backup catcher. BJ Murray, not too bad in his first cup of coffee with almost a 200 ISO. Not bad at all. Interested to see what he can do in subsequent years. Mauricio Dubon was terrible for us. He's not going to be coming back. We're going to non-tender him. Trevor Larnach picked it up near the tail end of the season, but he's a non-tender candidate as well. Switching over to the starting pitching, Robbie Snelling was not very good. Not going to put too much stock in it. I probably forced him a little prematurely, but I didn't have a true veteran to take his spot. We'll see. Maybe we'll get him in the lab this offseason and he'll be good for next year. Tony Gonsolin really had a great second half. The ERA is a little bit higher than it would suggest he really pitched. You see the component ERA did get below 4. Pretty excited that we got him off of waivers. I'm excited to have him around for next year. Quinn Priester, let's see what his FIP was. Not terrible. Home run numbers are a little bit higher than you like, and he's given up a little bit too many hits, but not bad. We'll see what he can give us next year. Drew Thorpe was pretty good. He's the FIP. I was going to say it doesn't love him, but 403 is still, it's decent. He's starting to get those home runs in check as the years go on. So, this kid's looking to be as good as advertised as, so far. Just got to get his gross up to that. I think he was idiot potential, so we'll see. Kobe Allard was a surprise. Kind of like Tuki Toussaint and Chris Flexen last year. Guy just was supposed to be for depth and threw so well. Pitched his ass off, if you will. He might be good. He might be back next year. Prelander Baroa, probably going to non-tender him. Doesn't seem like he can hack it in the majors, although the FIP was outstanding, so we'll think about it. Davey Garcia, he was incredible. Might give him a little bit of a potential bump. I think the game already gave him one, but he certainly proved he could belong. Nate Pearson settled down. His ERA was a little high at one point. FIP and component ERA is still a little bit high, but not terrible. Jake Eater and Jared Schuster are a great left-handed pitching duo. So I'm set at left-handed reliever next year. Jake Cousins, another really strong year. ERA is a little bit higher than he probably actually pitched. Great FIP at a 3.14 because strikeout numbers are just pristine, baby. I like what he's doing for us. And then finally, Steven Wilson. ERA is a little high, but he was 20 of 26 on save chances. Another .9 WAR season and a solid FIP and component ERA. So overall, I like our bullpen options going forward. Now on to the World Series. We have the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Gotta say, this is not a series I expected to ever see in my lifetime. The Rays are a pretty small market team, and so are the Brewers, and I'm pretty sure Rob Manfred and the MLB would scheme to make sure that this never happened, because the TV ratings for this one would probably be pretty bad. But let's check it out. All right, the first matchup is Zach Eflin versus Brandon Woodruff. That is a victory for the Brewers. Drew Rasmussen, Freddie Peralta. That is a victory for the Rays. All right, so we are on the road now. The Rays are on the road. Shane McClanahan versus DL Hall, victory Rays. Taj Bradley versus Brandon Woodruff, that is a victory for the Brewers. This series is all tied up for that pivotal Game 5. Zach Eflin versus Jacob Junis. And it's a victory for the Rays. They're one game away from their first World Series. Can Drew Rasmussen take down Freddie Peralta? No, we cannot. We have Game 7, ladies and gentlemen. Shane McClanahan versus Robert Gasser. I would say that's advantage Rays, but will that be how it plays out? No, it's going to be the Milwaukee Brewers winning the World Series. Looks like it was a battle of the bullpens. Zach Little taking the L. And the Brewers win with a run in the 9th inning. Let's check out the box score here real quick. So Zach Little, 3 2/3, and they kept him out there. Man, you were leaving the man out there to dry. Scattered around 6 hits, but unfortunately gave up that run in the 9th. Winning pitcher is going to be Abner Uribe, the stud relief pitcher for the Brewers. Only waiting in line to be the closer behind Devin Williams. But yeah, wow. The Milwaukee Brewers are your 2025 World Series champions. Betting slips in now, ladies and gentlemen. Put them in. Checking out the awards, Shohei Ohtani continues to dominate all facets of this game and wins another NL MVP, Yordan Alvarez in the American League. Cy Young's Corbin Burns and Shohei Ohtani, no surprise. Batting title, Shohei Ohtani. Okay, of course, that's why he won the MVP award as well. Vlad Guerrero in the American League. Reliever of the Year, Jose Suarez. Jeff Hoffman. That kind of caught me by surprise. Wow, he's been good. Really good. Did not expect to see that name, though. All right, Rookie of the Year, Brady House for the Nationals and Chase DeLauder for the Guardians. Hank Aaron Award, Vlad Guerrero, Shohei Ohtani. Skipping through Gold Gloves because I think they're done weird. Let's see, did we get anybody in the American League? I doubt it. Yeah, no surprises. No awards for anybody again. Well, let's hope to change that pretty soon. Postseason MVP, Yandy Diaz for the American League and William Contreras for the National League. And then the World Series MVP is Blake Perkins. Wow, he had 500 with no home runs and no RBIs, and he won the National League World Series MVP. Interesting. That's gotta be wrong. That just has to be wrong. All right, let's go check real quick. I gotta see how many ABs he had. Let's go to lineups and Blake Perkins. He probably isn't even a starter. Oh no, he is. 40 at-bats in the playoffs, but he had no home runs and no RBIs the entire World Series. Like I said, that will be the show for you. Anyways, that's all I got for you. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I hope you all are looking forward to season 3. I know I am. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go do that off season and try to build us up a winner starting next season. But in the meantime, between time, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'm gone. Doses.